Hi everyone, welcome to another Cabinet Vision Guide Tech Tip. Today we're going to be taking a look at how we can modify our construction method using the Assembly Manager and how we can do that on job level, room level and on assembly level as well. Now there are lots of different ways we can create bespoke assemblies inside Cabinet Vision, but today we're going to focus purely on how we use the Assembly Manager, and again we're going to take that through each different level and how we would go about using that as well. So to show this, I've got an example job and I've got a couple of different rooms in here. And if I just go up, you'll see I've got room 1 and room 2. These are two really nice and simple jobs, just with a few cabinets placed against a wall to show the differences. So to start with, we're going to make a modification to job level. So if you wanted to make a change to your construction method that's going to change every single room within a job, what we do is we'd go into properties and then head up to the job properties here to make the modification. And the first thing that we're going to change is the recess for the toe. So you'll notice on my assemblies, the plinth or toe is actually set back from the front of the assembly. And if I just turn this around slightly, you'll see a little bit better. So we've actually got a little bit of a recess there. And if I take a look at room 2 as well, you'll notice we've got exactly the same thing. We're using the same construction method. So we've got the same recess there. So what we're going to do is we're going to head into our job properties, then under cabinet, and then for the cabinet construction method, we're going to hit modify for this job. We can obviously do the same for the drawbox and the rollout construction as well, but today we're going to just focus on the assemblies. So from here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the component that I want to modify. So I'm going to select my toe kick, and then I'm going to double click it, and then hit next until I find the standard number that I'm looking for. We call it the standard number because each different option is marked with a standard number in the top right hand side. So if I just hit next, you'll see we set the plinth height, and then we've got the plinth depth as well. There we go. So at the moment this is being set back 40 mil, and what I'd like this to do is just finish flush with the assembly. So I'm going to set this to 0, I'm going to hit OK, OK there, I'm going to update the job with changes. And then if I go back to 3D, we'll see that our plinth is now finishing flush with our assembly ends. If I check out room number 1 as well, and back into 3D, we can see exactly the same thing. So our plinth or toe is now finishing flush with the assembly sides. So the next modification that I'm going to make is for an individual room. So you'll notice on this room, what we've got is we've got a top stretcher that we're using on the assemblies, and on room 2 we've got exactly the same thing. We're using top stretchers for our base cabinets, and on room 2 only, what I'd like to do is I'd like to use a full top instead of top stretchers for these two assemblies down here. So what I'm going to do for this one, I'm going to go into the room instead of the job. I'm going to click on cabinet again. And you'll notice our construction method now says modified in front of it. I'm going to modify for this room. I'm then going to again pick out the component that I want to modify. So I'm going to go to top and find the standard that I want. So instead of top stretchers, I'm just going to select top there, and I'll just pick out while I'm here. It's worth noting that you can have different branches in the Assembly Manager. So if you've got different cabinet types, for example, a tall unit, you'll notice we can have different settings for those as well. We will do a separate episode just about the Assembly Manager because it's so in depth with what we can do there. But for now, I'm just going to select a full top on this one, hit OK, and OK again, and then we're going to update room with changes, and then back into 3D to make a visual check. And you'll notice now we've got full size tops within the two assemblies we've got here. And if I just go back and check room number 1, and back into 3D, on this one we're still using a top stretcher. So we can modify from job level, which will affect all rooms. We can modify each individual room, and then if we want to, we can modify individual assemblies as well. So the next change that I'm going to make is just to affect one individual assembly, and I'm going to pick out my upper units to modify. And this room that I'm about to design has a combination of styles. We have a normal upper style with a back, and obviously a top and a bottom. But I've also got some bookcases with more of a chunky style that are going to be going into this room as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to elevation view. I'm going to click on and copy one of my assemblies, just paste it over here to modify, and I'm going to right click and go to edit and get myself down to cabinet level to start modifying this assembly. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to whip the doors off for a second under section view, and then I'm going to go to properties and construction from here. And then I've got another option now, modify for this assembly. So I'm going to click on that and then start to make the modifications. So what I'm going to do in here is I'm going to find the unfinished back, and I'm actually going to turn this one off altogether. And then the next thing that I'm going to do is find the finished end, and I'm going to set this to be an applied end to give us that double end thickness or chunky look to it. So at the moment I've got a standard end, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to an applied end, and this is going to put an end panel on and a sub end as well. So if I just select applied end and hit OK, and again we get the option update assembly with changes. So if I hit OK and say yes, and you'll see at that point I've now got 2 double thickness end panels and no back in my assembly. If I go to end view, you'll see that the top and the base are actually butting up to where the back would finish. So I want to make adjustments there, but I also want to make adjustments for the end panels as well. So at any point under section view, we can go to properties and construction methods, and we can begin modifying again this construction method. And what I really love about the assembly manager is if you're not really comfortable with cabinet vision, you can make a change, visually check it, and then go back at any point and make another change. You're not starting again or starting from fresh with the assembly manager. So if I go modify for this assembly, and what I'm now going to do is just head into connections section of my construction method, and I'm going to pick out my top, double click again, and then just run through until I find the option that I want. So I'm looking for the connection between the top and the unfinished back. So if I just keep running through these, we'll see we've got the question up at the top left hand side here. So we've got how does your top and finished back connect? And then the next one is how does our top and unfinished back connect? So what I want to do is I want to set this to be extend top to the back of the case. And if I need to, I can add in an additional scribe in here as well that I might want to do for this style of assembly. But I'm going to hit OK. And then I'm going to do the same for the deck as well, because I want this to work in exactly the same method. So if I just keep hitting next until I find the option that I want. So we've got configure your deck and unfinished back connection. So again, I'm going to select back of case for this one. And then for the end panels, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to exterior case and finished end again. And then I'm going to keep again hitting next until I find the option I want. So at the moment, the finished end or the applied end is set to attach to outside edge of door. So we're just going to set this to outside edge of face, hit OK and OK again. And then if we go into 3D and take a look, we should now see that we've got our top and base running all the way to the back of the assembly, and the finished end finishing flush with our sub end or the front of the assembly. Now at any point, if I want to undo any of the changes that I've made, I can go into section view and I can go to properties and construction method, and I can just simply click in the drop down here and reselect my construction method. Or I can go into modifications, override, click on the override for the construction method and hit remove. Now what's really cool about the fact that we've done this on assembly level, it means that we can obviously have 2 different assemblies within one job that are completely different and completely bespoke. And what I can do is copy this now, add it in as many times as I want to build up the different design that I'm looking to make. Hopefully you found this episode useful. Feel free to give us a like, share and subscribe. We're also on Facebook. That's facebook.com/thecabinetvisionguy, and Instagram too. That's instagram.com/thecabinetvisionguy. Cheers.